Let's see if I can create an ocean painting with low contrast. I'll show you my colors in just a second, but first, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. I created these two paintings, and I do have an upcoming show as well coming up in Vero Beach, Florida called Under the Oaks. I think you'll see this video before it happens. It's going to be March 13th, 14th, and 15th. It's a 3-day show. First time doing it. It's supposed to be a really great show. I was originally waitlisted to it, but I ended up getting in. So I will be taking these with me. But I created these paintings and they were very soothing to me. And a lot of times I use phthalo blue and Prussian blue or Payne's gray because I love contrast in my paintings. But these were much more soothing, and I used gold in one and bronze in the other. So I wanted to try to figure out if I could kind of recreate this kind of calming effect while still having lots of interest and focal points in the painting. So we're going to do a low contrast one tonight. Let's paint. For my colors that I am using, and I have a bunch here, so I'm not going to pour them all out onto the canvas. My darkest color is cerulean blue this time, and I don't use this color as much as I used to. I have it in Creative Inspiration, so this should make some pretty cool cells as well. This is turquoise green or turquoise blue, turquoise green, so these are all pretty similar, and then my sky blue light, and then some white that may kind of turn into a little bit bluer color there because I strained it with the strainer that had the blue on it. And then I'm using gold and bronze. So this is going to be, I'm hoping, very calming and not so much high contrast, even though I do love that as well. So I think I'm going to pour these out, and I am going to do a swipe, but I think I'm just going to start with a pretty good amount of white. I've noticed as well that when I do these ocean paintings, white is my accent color, but it's not normally, I don't normally add it in as part of the base on these. So I was just kind of looking back at some of my other videos and things I've done. When I make compilations, a lot of times I get to see, I used a lot of that. Okay, this one is going to be a predominantly turquoise green painting. And then just a tiny bit of turquoise blue. But I do definitely notice and realize that a lot of my paintings are pretty high contrast. Now I don't want to add too much of this one, just in the places where the canvas is showing. And sometimes it's nice to just do lower contrast because it can have a much more calming effect. You know, when you look at paintings and when you view them, you get a certain vibe, a feel. It evokes emotion, even with abstract art. I would argue sometimes even much more so with abstract art. And you can really convey based off of the motion and based off of the colors and the contrast that you're using. So all of those kind of elements and principles of art itself. All right, so let me torch. And I will have a video. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait until I do this Under the Oaks show, and then I will have a combined video for you with kind of how both shows went instead of doing one and then the other. And this is going to be my first time setting up my own tent and my own pro panel. So hopefully I'll be able to shoot the video of that so that you'll be able to see that process as well. Oh, I left out my light blue. Dang. I could have even left this out. Maybe I'll pour over those colors a little bit. I could have left out this cerulean blue and really had it just be light colors. That is plenty of paint. And then, do I want to do this bronze? I liked the bronze because I felt like it looked a little bit like sand, but maybe I'll just do very light streaks of those. And then maybe just very light on the gold. And because I'm going low contrast, I'm going to swipe with white this time. And I did get another swiping tool, so I will be testing that out in a video as well. I'm telling you, someone needs to take my phone away from me, because every time I go looking for something, I find a tool for painting as well. That's maybe even actually not a tool for painting, but I think I could use it for painting. All right, let me see here. I've got this. I need to get my towel. Ooh, I just dripped that. I'm dripping everywhere. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to start with this one? I think I'm going to do a bunch of swipes in this one, but my predominant swipe oh, those colors are so pretty together. All right, my next one, I have my like medium size one. I definitely want to swipe in through there. And I do still have my swipe course. Once I'm finished with my shows, I'm going to update it to add some extra modules to it. So if you are new to my channel or you haven't checked out my swipe course yet, you can always do that. You can go to smartartcourses.com to do that, or you can go to my website, malaisartistry.com. Okay. Oh, I almost feel like I don't want to touch this, and maybe I just do one swipe right there. Like maybe that one swipe was enough for this one, because I don't want too much motion, because I'm trying to have it be calming. And maybe I just let the colors like speak for themselves. I think I might try that. Okay, I like what I did there. It's just one tiny little. Okay, I like that. I love this, so I'm not really touching this part right here. Maybe in here, I just kind of draw it out. I think I'll leave all that. I think I might be done with the swiping part, not the, like, here you go. All right. And while I was cleaning up my studio, I did also find a couple of colanders that I haven't used yet, so you will definitely be seeing that. Yeah, I love this color set, and I'm not cheating on phthalo blue and Prussian blue, but sometimes just low contrast and soothing is nice. All right, here we go. This is a big canvas. Okay, I lost that white part over there, but I'm okay with that. Ooh, I want to keep that. Oh, I love how this is coming out. Oh my goodness. I don't want to lose that either. Bring that back, bring that back. Oh, yes. Yes. I love the composition because it is, I have learned my lesson with pointing things out with paint on my hands. I actually love this composition because I have this one stripe here. It's like in thirds. I have this extra little bit of interest here. I have a little tiny river of beautiful cells there. This is all coming from the metallics. And then I have that big section up there. I love this painting. This is definitely giving me coastal vibes. I love the big stripe of color that's there in the center. Yeah, I'm not touching it. Short and sweet. I'll show you. All right, you can let me know what you think, whether you like high contrast or low contrast. Now, the cerulean blue that's in there still gives some contrast, and the big stripe of bronze that's there in the center, but the colors are just so soft. Swiping with the white was so nice. And then look at this little section right in there. It's so pretty. Got lots of interest. Love that little section right down there. And then just such a cool design up through there. So there you have it. Let's see how it dries. I love this painting, and it actually almost kind of looks like a barrel wave right there as I'm like looking at it, but the colors, it's like the tiniest bit wet still right there. But these colors, the gold is so pretty. The bronze did not take over, which I'm so happy about. I love those bold swirls of colors. I love that little river of pebbles of gold, bronze, and blue. And this is just such a pretty color set. And the cobalt blue was such a pretty addition, but doesn't dry as dark as the phthalo blue. And also, the cerulean blue. It doesn't dry as dark as the phthalo blue. And definitely not the Prussian blue, but man, oh man, low contrast, calming, just enough motion for me. I love it. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy painting. Bye.